Bushwick. I just moved to Bushwick.
Bushwick?
No, Bushwick.
Lived in Bushwick for 2
I
years.
lived in Bushwick.
Lived in Bushwick all my life.
My name is Gladys Puglia. I'm the co-director and volunteer and leader and what else of this Make the Road New York. The neighborhood, yeah, we've been displaced. The gentrification, I mean, people that were never expect to live in that area, they're moving in, which probably in the 11 years ago, they would not move in there because that Bushwick area was the worst in Brooklyn. But now they're moving in because it's been clean, especially in my area. I'm a person that don't like the problems, and I'm part of the association, block association too. I'm the vice president of the block association on my block, and we try to keep it controlled. As for when I moved in, it was bad, but now it's quiet. People could walk by without no problem, but it's changing. New people coming in, and the people that were living so many years there, they had to move and moving out. I mean, it's not fair that living so many years. There were people living there for 25 years, 30 years, and they had to move because these landlords were just raising their rent like crazy so they could get them out of the control.
Well, there used to be a house there. The lady that used to live there, I think she sold her house because she was old. And they threw it down and they made that building. And now they're selling it for each apartment. Which I don't know how much.
My name is Brock Michael Napoli, and I'm 31 years old, and I've been living in Bushwick for about 6 years now, and New York City for almost 9 years. Yeah, I'm a bartender at Beauty Bar Brooklyn, which is in a wonderful section of Bushwick. Yeah, there's lots going on. I mean, like, the neighborhood's still crazy, you know? Like, I live right next to the projects. They're right here, you know? I got mugged 2 years ago. Yeah, like, had my jaw broken in 2 spots, both my eye sockets broken, my nose broke. Yeah, I was out of work for, like, over a month because of that. Coming home from bartending at, like, 4:30 a.m. to McKibben. Doorway was open to the building. Someone was waiting in the stairwell and just, like, instantly, like, took me out. Yeah, like, knocked me out, hit me a couple more times in the face while I was unconscious, stole all my shit. My boss really wanted to open a Brooklyn spot, you know, because there's lots going on in Brooklyn these days. Rent's super cheap out here. That was another thing that lured the bar out here. I don't know, it's just, he wanted to do something that was more like neighborhoody beauty bar, you know, like all the other ones are real, like the Manhattan one's real touristy and, like, it's really awesome and, like, crazy busy all the time. But I like the fact that the new bar is, like, real, like, everyone's pretty regular.
My name is Hector. I've been living in Bushwick for 14 years. I am a member, volunteer, and currently intern with the LGBT Justice Project on Make the Road, New York. The landlords have changed. That's the first thing that I noticed. It was a lot of Hasidics taking over buildings, and what I then noticed was that if you were going to be considered low income, meaning you were under New York City Housing Authority or you were under Section 8, you were automatically made to feel unwelcome, be it by not fixing, be it by not giving heat. By whatever means, there is the subtle hint of, you're no longer wanted here. Get out. It's sad to say this, but it takes for white folks to move into our neighborhoods for the cops to get on their job. More variety of foods are now available to us. For those of us who have, you know, squeaky palates, if you will. However, they're gouging us twice as badly as they would somebody in an organic market. It is lovely to see a diverse group of people, because now galleries and all of these things are opening up. But where's the where is it returning to the neighborhood?
Peace, I'm Dialect, and I've lived in Bushwick for nearly half a decade.
But I think the band can start. I'm ready to rock if you're ready to rock. You guys ready to rock? I mean, okay, I guess if you're not ready to rock, that's cool. I get it.
I came in from the Caribbean. I'm a hip-hop educator. I do rap music, and I work with students all around the country in Bushwick and back in my native St. Croix with hip-hop and personal development. I came to Bushwick because I always ended up doing some interesting event here. People here are very creative, and there are a lot of outlets for that type of thing. It was the Opera House Loft. It's been here about 6 or so, well, it's been open about 6 or so years. It's a German opera house from the late 1800s that had been dormant for many years. And a gentleman came and bought the building and decided he wanted to make it an artist-friendly space. So he set up a room in the basement for rehearsal studios for the musicians, and there's, you know, an exercise type area. A lot of the artistic people can't really afford to live in Manhattan. This is a place where they can come, be artistic, work together, collaboratively create, and make new things. Bushwick, for all of its creativity, can be a bit dangerous at times. Because there's a lot of poverty in the area and a lot of poor families. And when we moved here, there weren't a lot of places to get healthy food. So all we have is bodega food. So mostly we just had, you know, your bodega type things. And after a while, people started moving in here, and they were used to eating like healthy food. So they were demanding that things get better. Luckily, what happened in Bushwick, rather than Whole Foods or some big chain coming in and putting all the local businesses out of business, the local businesses saw what was going on with their new customers and really stepped their game up with healthy foods and opening up fresh food markets. And then we got a bunch of new stores, opening restaurants and things of that nature. As an educator, I've been able to go into the neighborhood, talk to people at schools that you would call at risk, at after-school programs who always need help because it's constantly underfunded at, you know, any place that you go, and share ideas and learn things from people that will contribute to hopefully generations of prosperity within the neighborhood. So, I mean, community is really, it's everything.
For what I think, okay, it's good to change and to mix people, but don't come and say, "Oh, you don't belong here. You done here. This belongs to us." Or say, "Okay, we moving in. Raise the rent whatever they want, and they could afford it, but we can't." Like I told you, Bushwick area is the people live here is low income families, and some middle. Not even the middle income families can afford it no more, the rents here. I'm into the middle and the lower. And it's hard. It's getting hard. No? We've been displaced. We've been thrown out of our neighborhoods that have been living so many years and try to keep it so clean, try to change it for our children. So other people that never been here, never fought for it, come and use it what we have for so many years. You see, my park that I have in front of my building, I worked so hard with the neighborhood that were living in there for so many years, for 11 years, working with these councilmen to try to fix it. He just fixed it last year, and now who's going to use it? Newcomers. Where's our kids? We're going to leave. We can't afford anymore to pay the rent here.